This is the 9.1 guided practice. I'm going to be doing the odds, and right here on the front page are the equations that we are going to need. So I'm going to be referring back to this as we go along. So this first one right here, find the area and perimeter of each figure. I know that this one is length times width, or base times height. So all I'm going to do is 9 times 5. Now, one thing we need to keep in mind is that because this has 1 dash and this has 1 dash, they're the same. This has 2 and this has 2, so they're the same. So I would just do 9 times 5, which is going to be 45. And remember, that's going to be, if we're doing area, so the area, that's going to be squared. And then if I want to do the perimeter, all I have to do is add all the outside parts up. So I'm going to add 9 plus 5 plus 9 plus 5, and I'm going to get 28 centimeters squared. All right, find the circumference of each circle, and so this is important in terms of pi. So what that means is, I know that finding the circumference is 2 times pi times r, okay? So r standing for the radius. So when it says in terms of pi, I just leave this alone, or I just leave it as is. So just to show you what that looks like, the radius here is 16. So I would have 2 times pi times 16. And then I can simplify this by 2 times 16 is equal to 32 pi. And that's my answer. So all I'm doing here is I'm just leaving this pi, well, just as that symbol, instead of multiplying by 3.14. All right, 5. So I graphed it here. And what I'm going to get, so I'm going to have to do Pythagorean theorem. The bottom looks to be 4, 5, so this is 6 here. And then we go from 2 to 10, so that'd be 8. So I would have to do 6 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared. So that'd be 36 plus 64 equals c squared. And then, so if I do 36 plus 64, I get 100. So then, I take the square root of both of these. I get c is equal to 10. And that means this right here. So this distance right here is equal to 10. So then, if I want to find the perimeter of it, I would just add all 3 of them up. So that'd be 10 plus 6 plus 8. So the perimeter is going to equal 24, and then we'll just put units. And then if we go back to a triangle, area equals base times height divided by 2. So the base is 6, the height is 8. So 6 times 8 divided by 2. So 6 times 8 is 48, divided by 2 is going to be 24. So area is 24 units squared. All right, number 7, I plotted already. So what we need to do here is that we got to find the length of the 2 sides. So I know that the bottom or the base is 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 4 right here. And this is a Z, not a 2. So I'll do this in a different color. So the bottom here is going to be 4. Now what we need to find out are the lengths of here and here. So we can do that by creating right triangles. So I do that by just making this square right there like that. So this side right here will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 1. So what I'll do is I'll do 4 squared plus 1 squared is equal to c squared, and that'll give me this side right here, because they'll give me this side right there, because that'll be like the Pythagorean theorem, that'll be the third side. So what I need to do is then do 16 plus 1 is equal to c squared. I get 17 is equal to c squared. To get c, I got to take the square root of both. And so I will get the square root of 17 is, I think, 4.1. Let me check. Yep, so it'll be 4.1. So what that means is, let me redo that. So that means this side, this long edge right here, is going to be 4.1. Okay, so now we got to find this other side. So I'm just going to make a right angle with that. I'm going to get this 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3. So what I'll have to do is 3 squared plus 4 squared is equal to c squared. That'll be 9 plus 16 is equal to c squared. So that'll be 25 is equal to c squared. I'm going to take the square roots of both of these and I get c is equal to 5. So then that means this side of the triangle is going to be equal to 5. All right, so now I can find my perimeter. I just add up all three of these. So 4 plus 4, or 0.1 is 8.1, plus 5 would be 13.1. So perimeter equals 13.1 units. And then the area is going to be 1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2. I know the base is 4, and then I can find out the height by just going to this top point and going down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 high. And so I would do 4 times 4 divided by 2. So 16 divided by 2 is going to be 8. So that's going to give me, area is 8 units squared. All right, and then I'll just do number 9 quick. All right, after plotting the points, this is what I get for number 9. And the base is going to be 6. The height is going to be 6. And so it looks like 6s all around. So this one's pretty easy. So if I wanted to do the area, I would just do 6 times 6, or length times width. And that would give me 36. So area is equal to 36 units squared. And then, wait 1 second. Might have screwed that one up. Let's see here. Oh, that's 0.5 right there. Okay. So this is going to be 5. Okay, so that means it'd be 6 times 5. So that means area would not be 36. It'd be 30 units squared. And then perimeter is going to be all of these added up. So it'd be 6 plus 5, which is 11, plus 6 plus 5. So that'd be 22. So perimeter is 22 units. All right. Let me just erase some of this here. And we'll keep moving on. All right, so I already drew out number 11. So this is on the bottom 4 feet, and on the top is 15 inches. Keep in mind that we have to have the same unit of measurement. So I can't have feet here, so I'm going to have to put that into inches. So I'll do 4 times 12. That's going to give me 36 inches, and then 15 inches. So this will change to 36 inches, okay? So then it says find the area of the rectangle. So you're given, there's your base, here's your height. So it's just base times height. So 36 times 15 is going to be 540, but, oh, I made a mistake in my calculations. It's not going to be 36 inches because 4 times 12 is 48 inches. And then 15 inches. So this 4 feet is going to turn into 48 inches. So then 48 times 15 is going to be 720 inches squared. Find the area of each circle in terms of pi. Remember what that means, in terms of pi. We leave pi alone. So 13 here, the whole diameter is 200. I only want to take the half of that, which is a radius. So that means this blue part that is highlighted here is going to be 100. So the area of a circle, if I go back and take a look, the area of my circle is going to be right here. Area equals pi r squared. So if it's pi r squared, I can just keep pi in there, and then my radius is 100 squared. So then 100 squared is going to be 10,000. So we could just say it's 10,000 and then pi, because when you say in terms of pi, you just leave pi alone, just like that. Find a perimeter of each shape below. So, all right, let's just do a quick mental math here. So this side's got to be 4. If this whole thing is right here is 7, well, here's 2 and here's 2. So that's what's left right here is going to be 4. And then I have a 2 right there. So we can find the perimeter by just adding all that up. And after I add all of that up, I should get a perimeter of 26 units. So your perimeter will be 26 units. Then my area. Now this is a little bit trickier, but you can do it just by sectioning things off. So what I would do is I'd cut that off, and I'd probably cut that off right there. So this is going to mean, since this is 2 right here, this is 4, and this is 2. Or you know what you could do is that this is just 2 times 2. So in here, this area is 4. 2 times 2, this area is 4. And then I have this area right here, or this length is 2. So 2 times 7 is going to be 14. So now I have the areas of 14, 4, and 4, which would leave me with 22 units squared. Find the circumference of and area of each circle using pi equals 3.14, if necessary, round to the nearest tenth. So we can just use 3.14 for pi. Circumference is going to be 2 times pi times r. And then area is going to be pi r squared. So the diameter is 2.1. We're not looking for the diameter, we're looking for the radius. And radius is half of the diameter. So I'm going to do 2.1 divided by 2, and I get 1.05. So this half right here, or just half of it, is 1.05. So all I got to do is plug 1.05 in for the r's right here. So for circumference, I would do 2 times pi times, or 2 times 3.14 times 1.05, and I would get 6.6, because I'm going to round up. So I'm going to get 6.6, and it's going to be inches. Then for area, it's pi r squared, so I'm going to do 3.14 times 1.05 squared, and that's going to be equal to 3.5 inches, and that's got to be squared. All right, the center of the circle is A, -3, 3, and B, 1, 6. Find the area of the circle. Find the area of the circle in terms of pi. So we are on 19. So what I need to do is I need to find the distance of this. So, because that'll be my radius. So just imagine that this is like the circle or whatever, and this point's on there. So I need to find the distance from here to here because that'll act as the radius. So let me just clean this up real quick. So from here to here is the radius, right? And I need to find that distance. So what I can do is I can just draw my right triangle here. And I'll get the distance from is 1, 2, 3. And then on the bottom will be 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so then I'll do 4 squared plus 3 squared is equal to c squared. So that'd be 16 plus 9 is equal to c squared. 25 is equal to c squared. So c is going to be equal to 5 after I take the square roots. So what that means is on a circle that we're talking about here, the point from here to here, the radius, is going to be equal to 5. Okay? So then what I need to do is, if I'm looking for the area is pi times r squared. So I'm just going to take my my radius right here, which is 5, and I'll plug it in. So 5 squared is 25, so I would just have it as 25 pi, because it says leave it in terms of pi. That's my final answer. And it looks like that is it. So this one's a little bit more in depth, a little trickier. Let me know if you have any questions. And have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.